Oh, my lovies, what a fun lesson we have today. I'm so excited about it. Take a look at the sound we're going to do. It is the sound of Q. And in our English language, whenever we write a Q, we write a U. And I don't know why that's what we do. I didn't get to make the rules. The picture that I always used with Q is quacking duck. Quah, quah, quah. And quah is the sound that Q makes. I'm going to tell you one other thing. When we're writing the letter Q, we can write it 3 different ways. And you'll see that this is how this computer draws the letter Q, just with a straight line down. You can also put it with a slanted line or with a curved line. Now, I never liked it that way very much because if you flip it around, it ends up looking like a P. And I wasn't very crazy about that curved line because then it makes it look like it might be a G. It was just an easy way to get letters confused. So when I write it with my own hand, I always write first the circle, then the straight line that comes down, and then like a slanted line up. All 3 ways are good ways to write the letter Q, but I do that because no other letter has something that comes straight up diagonally like that. All right, are you ready for some fun words? Quah. Quah. Ilt. Quilt. And you know a quilt is a heavy blanket that you put on your bed. It's nice to wrap up in a quilt, especially if it's warm inside and cold outside. All right, qua, it, quit. Sure. And you know what quit means. It means to stop something. And if you see that, it means to stop smoking. To quit means to stop. Qua is quiz. And kids that are in school, sometimes they take a test. And a test is, you study for it. It's a little bit more important. Sometimes the teacher will say, you know what, I'm just going to give you a little quiz on what we've just learned. And a quiz means just a few little questions. It's not long or as involved as a big test, but it's kind of like a test. It just usually doesn't carry the importance of it. Quiz. There she's taking a little quiz. Just a few little questions. Qua. Ick. Quick. Sure. Whew. What's the opposite of quick? He's very quick. And he's very slow. Yeah. All right. Qua. Ack. Quack. You know what the picture will be for quack? Sure. Ducks say quack. And I found some pictures. These are the kinds of ducks that we usually have in our lake that you feed. Now, sometimes we have gotten little baby ducks to raise. And Noah, you're a little boy here, and you can tell it's summertime. And look at the little baby duck. He's not even ready for the water yet. He's all yellowish still and got very soft feathers. Now, I see that you're wearing shorts in that picture, so I know it's warm. Take a look over here. Now it's gotten cold, so it's a couple of months later. And look at those ducks. They've gotten all their feathers now. They're white and pretty. These are not the same kinds of ducks. I think these might be called Peking ducks. I'm not completely sure. But those aren't the same kinds of ducks that usually are in our lake. Those were the kinds that we raised that time. And didn't matter what color they were, they all said the same thing, quack. All right. Now, sometimes we put qua in the middle of a word. So we're going to do squaw, odd, squad. And a squad is a group There's a cheerleading squad or football squad or a squad of soldiers. Squad is a group. Squint, squint. Do you know what that means? If you go out in the bright sun, you close your eyes because, oh, that sun is so bright. Or you put on a pair of sunglasses so you don't have to squint. Squa. Good. Count how many letters in that word. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many sounds? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 sounds. Squish, squish. Squish the toothpaste in the middle of the tube. Squish. Squa. Look at Curly Bird. Squirt. That's an easy one. Squirt the hose. Look at this fireman. He squirts his fire hose. He's having that boy help him. Squirt. Squirm. Squirm. And you know a worm will squirm, twist and turn. Squirm. Earl. Now that might be a word that you already knew just from looking at it. Squirrel. Squid. This is the one that I'm so excited about. All right. I didn't know very much about squids. I knew that they were kind of like octopus. So I decided to learn a little bit about squids and octopus to tell you. All right. Now, take a look at this drawing because really squids end up being bigger than octopus. A squid's head is not round. An octopus's head is round, and a squid's head is more kind of not pointy. He has 2 fins up here that help him move. An octopus doesn't have fins. Take a look at where their eyes are, right at the bottom. Now, both of them have 8 arms. These are called their arms. I'd call them legs, but they call them arms. So they both have 8 arms. Look at the octopuses are much longer than there. But a squid has these 2 long tentacles. And the squid is going to use those tentacles. Now, an octopus, he lives at the bottom of the ocean. He likes to live in the sand at the bottom. Do you know why? He eats crustaceans. He eats animals that are on the bottom. He eats crabs and oysters and clams. And how he does it is he sucks it with this. He gets the shell and he injects a little venom in, and then it loosens the meat, and then he eats the meat that way. He sucks the meat in that way. Now, a squid, he doesn't live on the bottom. He floats around in the ocean, and he likes to eat fish. And how he does it is he grabs them with these tentacles, and he eats in chunks. He doesn't have to use venom or anything like that. He eats in chunks. Octopus always are by themselves. I didn't know that about octopus, but they like to live alone. And squids can either live by themselves or they can be with other squids, and they call that a school of squids. We call it a school of fish too, but a school of squids. Now, isn't that interesting? I just didn't know how to tell the difference between a squid and an octopus. But now we know, don't we? All right, let's try a couple of sentences. Good for you. Titus naps under a quilt. There's a nice warm quilt for him, taking a good little nap. There are many colors of squid. And take a look. It would just depend on the variety of them. They all like to live, both octopus and squid like to live in warm waters. All right, you ready for some word family fun? All right, we're going to do ing. Isn't that going to be easy? They'll all rhyme. Are you ready? I'm going to try to go fast. D, k, p, r, w, s, sling, swing, stir. Oh, I'm so sorry. I said that one wrong. Sting, sting, stirring, string, spur, cling, fling, burring, thing. Good reading. Take a look at that picture. Do you remember what we were doing? What were we eating? Green eggs and ham. That was a good day. See you later, alligator. Watch the boa, little Noah. Don't be shy, little Eli. You're in a good mood, little Jude. You don't fuss, little Titus. What a babe is little Abe. I love you.